And we're joined by Ben McCauley, the manager at the Foundry in Kelowna. So for people who aren't familiar with the Foundry, describe as quickly as you can what it is you guys do. What's the scope of the services you provide?
Well, I think what we would like the perception to be is that it's a one-stop shop for all of your health needs. So we serve the youth 12 to 24, both physical and mental health services, as well as peer support and navigation of social services. So if a young person is struggling in any way, we hope that they can come in and either receive the service here or get connected to the service somewhere in our community.
We hear a lot about mental health. Is there a lot going on in terms of mental health with our young people that needs attention?
Yeah, there is. We over the last year we've seen almost 1,700 individual young people and almost 5,000 visits between those young people, and almost 90% of those young people are reporting experiencing either high or very high distress in their life. So that could be relational, parent and teen conflict, could be physical health, could be addictions, or something more complex and mental health disorders. So we're seeing a huge number of people who have been living with these issues in our community, and now hopefully more of them are able to receive the help they need or start on that path of getting better.
Now, I understand, parents can bring their young people in here to avail themselves of some of your services, but also people, teenagers, etc., they can just come here on their own.
Sometimes that confidentiality is needed to get started and allow a young person the space to be able to talk about what's going on freely without any worry about who's going to find out and who's going to judge them, whether it's at home or at school or in their personal crowds. So the ability to come in here confidentially and to find a safe place and someone to talk to is crucial for a young person. A lot of young people end up sharing what they experience here afterward. But it's not a requirement. So it's the idea that you have control over what information you share and who gets to see it.
Now, I understand that that all sounds really accessible, but geographically, here you are in Kelowna. There's people in outlying areas that it's not as easy for them to come in. So you're working on that by creating a mobile service?
Yeah, so we've begun production of a retrofitting of an RV that will be basically a mobile health clinic, and the Foundry will be kind of taken to the edges of our community where typically young people have had difficulty either accessing public transit to get to our fixed site location here on Kirschner, or they've, time-wise, they're not able to miss school or make it down here in time without missing a significant chunk of school, which creates even more anxiety about falling behind and things like that. So bringing services closer to the communities where they're needed is the idea, and this unit will be launching this year. We'll be rolling it out by summer, and on board we'll have the same services that you would find here to a bit smaller scale, but whether it's physical or mental health, you'll be able to access that on board.
And for people who support what you're doing or who want to support it, a couple of fundraisers are coming up. Tomorrow morning, a pancake breakfast, and then another fundraiser a week from now. Tell us about those.
Yeah, so tomorrow, Doak Sheriff and the Thomas Allen Budd Foundation are hosting or putting on the pancake breakfast, and that's going from 6:30 to 8:30, and people can come in, make a donation, get some pancakes, and support programs that are desperately in need in our community. We're showing such high numbers here that we know that there's more. The more services, the more staff we can have dedicated to providing those services, the better it's going to be for our community.
Right, and then there's this spin event next Friday, I understand?
The spin one is one personally I won't be partaking in, but I'll be supportive of it.
You're just going to have the pancakes?
Yeah, I'll have some pancakes for sure. The spin event, I don't know a whole lot of the details about it, so we might have to...
right, I think people get on a bike, they pay some money, and it all raises money for some of the things you guys would like to do.
Yeah, exactly. I know Doak Sheriff has been kind of the lead. Christy Lovig at Doak Sheriff has been kind of championing those causes, and we're happy to show up and support that. Receiving the proceeds of those events is overall might seem small, the donations of getting on the bike and riding for a bit and getting some cash or getting a couple pancakes, but each one of those goes into an hour of employees' time that we can provide a service or extend our hours or put some fuel into the mobile unit that's going to be reaching the edges of our community. So everyone has a family member who's affected or will be affected by some sort of mental health issue. So the more support in place, the better.
Terrific. Ben McCauley, thanks for telling us about it.
Thanks, Ken.
And thank you for watching Kelowna Now.